Hi there, it's Nikos here and welcome to our weekly Forex forecast. It's for May 7 to May 11 and we are going to analyze 6 or 7 pairs, not more, because I want to make sure we really focus on a couple of pairs that are strong and don't get sidetracked by checking like too many pairs and then, being overwhelmed. I start with the Euro US dollar. It's the weekly chart. We start on all pairs on the weekly chart just to remember what is going on those pairs. I'll draw a couple of lines like a major support trend line for future updates in case price is really reaching this area in combination with the 200 EMA, but we still have about 200 plus points before price is actually reaching this area. I just leave it here just to make sure, in combination again with some horizontal lines. Right now price is at major support. We have our major resistance line. I'll check my daily chart. You can see it here on the daily chart. Price did reach the 200 EMA, previous lows and highs, so we have a combination of an EMA, the 200 EMA bounce or possible bounce. We have a horizontal support line, previous resistance, and we had already a move of almost 500 points on the daily chart with no retracements at all, and we like to see the price breathing in and out, and it's not really happening here, or it didn't happen on the daily chart yet. So our next move is to check our 4-hourly chart, and here what I like is that we have a powerful trend line, volatility line, that we can actually draw like that, very, very close to price. And as you can see, every time the price is reaching and hitting this line, it's actually bouncing. Lately we have some issues. We can see we have a little range here, some spikes. We had also non-farm payrolls last week, I guess, so we had a move of about 60 points and price came back, and it's tricky now because, as I said, we have a big move on the daily with no retracements, and checking our charts back, you'll see we always get those retracements, markets breathing in and breathing out, and here we didn't have anything after a move of over 500 points. So now I really want to see how market will react during the week. And this goes for all the pairs, of course, but if I see a weakness, if I see price is actually penetrating and breaking this resistance line, I want to see some kind of retracement, some kind of bounce, a higher low, and after a higher low I want to see a break of my 2 to 3 line, and then I want to get in to target actually the previous area of resistance, and that comes from the daily chart, and it will be my horizontal support line here. So if price really wants to go back, my first area will be those highs here. See how the price reacting there, and an extension it will be the 36 EMA in combination with all those previous lows in this area. Okay, so but that only in case I really see this and I can get into this trade against the main trend. Okay. Trading with the main trend is easier. Of course, as I said, we want to see some kind of retracements first, but if we don't get it, you need to wait for another lower high. It's a powerful, easy trending pair, so making decisions here is not that difficult. Again, low risk trading like always. If we check our Renko charts, by the way, starting let's say on 120 setting, 12 points per candle or box, in combination with a Heikin Ashi candle, so it's a Renko Heikin Ashi combo. Now we like to do that. You see we have the same story here. We still have the retracements and everything, but price is still below the 36. So it's the same story. We need the break of the 36. We need setups over here, and then we can use our M6 setting or M3 settings to try to get in to this pair. Okay, we are missing a little bit of history here. Sorry for that, but you get the idea. So it's the same thing. Let me check now the GBP US dollar chart, because we had a break of a weekly trend line. I make it fast for you. We had our daily trend line break, and price did not react, not on the 633, and it did also not react on the 200 or close to the 200 EMA. So again, that means for us that we might want to wait for retracement first, let the price breathe out at some point, retrace back to wherever it wants to retrace, and only when it's stuck and we see, you know, a range or break of this move, then we get into the shorts again, because right now it's really too late to get into this. It's like a over 900 points move so far. Now on the 4-hourly chart, it looks again nice. We have a nice trend line. The 36 is the trend line. The 12 EMA is our volatility trend line. So as long as price below that, we are only focusing on the shorts. Of course, late entries meaning lower risk. And if price breaks that, we want the same story here. First, we want a break of the trend line, a higher low. So price is showing kind of weakness to the downside, and if that is going up, then we look for longs, and we will target, of course, our daily support areas. In this case, it's that blue line here, so it's not that far away actually. An extension, the 36 EMA for now. Maybe we don't get this and we only have like a small retracement. In this case, okay, we look for bounces and breaks, and we can again go with the main trend, because that is really very, very powerful. Okay, if you already have positions running, I know some of you have them, so okay, you just need to trail your 36 EMA or 12 EMA depending on the time frame you did enter, and just enjoy the ride and continue making profits. Don't trail the APO, your account protection order, too close to price. You don't want to get stopped out for no reason, right? Now, that goes also for the GBP Australian dollar, for example. We have support, but price is bouncing, is breaking the line, the trend line. We had a move of almost like 550 points, and we still need to see some kind of retracements. Here on the 4-hourly, we didn't have anything. We just had a straight move down, no retracements on the 4-hourly, but therefore we still have the 1-hourly chart. So you see we have nice bounces here on the 1-hourly chart, so we can still use this line to get into the trades. If it's breaking, forget the shorts. For longs, I would really like to see a 4-hourly retracement first, at least a 4-hourly retracement back to the 36, so it looks like a nice 1, 2, 3. Okay, GBP CAD. Here we had already a nice reaction on the 633, perfect bounce of almost 950 points on the daily chart. Price is at the 200 and 633 in combination with the horizontal support area. That's a nice area, this whole area, to look for potential bounces, because we didn't have any for the last 600 something points. So I want to really want you to take a close look at this pair. We could have a nice reaction, and then we could do some bounce trading, kind of early bounce trading, or again you wait for a break of that line, and then maybe 1-hourly entries or Renko chart entries to target against the main trend, the 36 EMA or the 633 on this time frame. Okay, and if price wants to retrace more or longer, you can still draw your nice resistance line here and let the price actually go up to here. Maybe it's doing that, so you can then really target this resistance line, start to take profits in this area, and when you see the weakness here or price is starting to range, you get rid of all the longs and try to get in again with the main short trend. But for that, this has to happen first. Just keep it in mind. Okay, another pair, the New Zealand dollar US dollar, which did move a lot. Again, we had a first white candle, but we don't have a really fast reaction, a good retracement yet. So that's why I would really like to check the lower time frames. Look at the 4 hourly. The 12 in this case was our guide. Now that we have a little range in the first higher lows, now the 36 is in charge. We can draw just a simple trend line like that, a little wedge, and see what happens here. If price is bouncing again and then moving down, of course we just continue our short trades. But if price really wants to move up, we can check our first 1 hourly charts to get in and then really take advantage of a bigger retracement. 36, sorry, the 12 EMA, of course, to start with, but longer term, all those previous lows in combination with the 633, 200, and 36 EMA, if we get those retracements. If not, again, the main trend is always in charge. Then our next support area is down here, and later on, much later, down here. So, okay, there's still room. Make sure you are not too hasty. Don't just jump into a trade with no good reason. You have to really wait. Otherwise, it's not worth it. And the Australian dollar, US dollar did break our weekly trend line. It already moved lower, but on the lower time frames, on the daily, it looks fine. We were expecting some retracements, not as good as or as nice looking as we were expecting to, but we had also non-farm payroll. So now we have this creepy spiky retracement, and what I would like to see is the break of this. Okay, and if price is breaking that, and then we see some really nice volatility, we can check for shorts. If it's breaking the 36, we want to look for longs, and then of course let me just delete this line to make it easier on the eyes. Would be those previous lows in those resistance and previous support areas in combination with the 36 first targets, and longer term the extension of this trend line. Let me go quickly back to the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, when you check the Renko charts, because I had some questions here. It's the same thing again, right? We want to see the price to break the 36, and then you can still look for Renko setups. If price is breaking resistance and the 36 EMA, we still have the higher highs and higher lows, and then we want to get in. Sorry for that interruption here, but here you get the point. And one more pair and that's it. There's already plenty of information here. We don't need too many pairs to focus on. A follow-up analysis here. We already had the longs for weeks, and price is still really going up after the bounces. It moved up like 500 points. On the daily chart, it's still moving up. So simply draw your support line below the Heikin-Ashi candles here. 12 EMA, our volatility EMA. Look for the 4 hourly chart, and you'll see how nicely it's like slowly moving just in one direction. So if you don't get any retracements back to here on the 4 hourly chart, and you don't want to wait, you can always use the 1 hourly chart. Wait for retracements, at least on this one. You need some kind of retracements, and only then look for new setups. Okay, be a little bit conservative because price is moving a lot. Didn't retrace at all. Long-term target is still this area here. Okay, so if you have any good trades running, don't forget to send over some charts. I hope that analysis did help you. If you like what we do here and you think it's really helpful to you, make sure you comment below. Give it also a like. And like always, happy and healthy trading. Bye for now.